my S tier Yasuo deck build. I put it S tier. It's got answers to all. I am a professional deck builder. This deck actually has response to every deck, even in the meta. I usually build always against the meta, but it also has answers to every other deck. So the way we're going to start off with is the legend. So first of all, we're using Yasuo legend, which basically for 2 you have basically accelerate. Basically ready your friendly unit, move your friendly unit from or to your base, which is basically perfect. It's better than accelerate. It's not just to go in, it's also to pull back if you need it. Of course, the Yasuo we're using is the Remorseful for the Chosen Champion. Now, the reason why is because of the ability, when I attack, deal damage equal to the might, to my might, to an enemy on unit here. So, say for example, if there's a tank, and you're trying to clear, you play him, use the legend, push him in, use the ability, kill what you need to kill, and then clear the rest with this. The tank plus whatever. This is basically just to clear the field. Also to score final point if you need. Also, if you see a threat that needs to be taken care of that's on the battlefield, he's there for that. So, I barely ever had to go into him to battle. Alright, so we have 6 and 6 of the runes. It's equal on par because the deck consists equal shares of both cards. So, both domains. So, that's that. Now, we are going to go in to the battlefields right now. First battlefield you want to start off with is Starstrike Peak. Basically, you hold on the beginning phase, which is the A, B, C. A is you awaken everything, and B is you get the energy down. Beginning phase, you have a bunch of cards in here that has a lot of beginning phase type things. So this is synergizes. So basically, the rune you get it exhausted right there on the beginning phase, and then you go to C, which is channel, and then D you draw. So remember those are the key factors to this deck. Now, you gain 1 channel rune, which you could use at the beginning phase, if anything. Reason why is that this deck is meant to hold 1 battlefield at all times, no matter what. And the second battlefield, you can conquer it for the final point, or you can conquer it to, if it's a free point, for example, if it's open, you just send in and pull back. Send in a creature, get a cheap point, send it back with Yasuo's legend. It's quite simple. So, it's very, very synergetic deck. Second choice, it depends if you're going first or second. If you're going second, you're going to want to play Obelisk of Power. Now, the reason why is because it gives you your first turn to have 4 runes on the field. So you could play your MVP cards that you need on the field at all times, and I'll tell you which one it is in a minute. We'll get to it. So, this is very important. You go second, you go this. If you go first, then you're going to want to play this one. Now, the whole point, this is Forgotten Monument. Players can't score here until their third turn. So it's not 1, 2, 3. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! It's basically 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. Now he can score. 3. Now he can score. This is to slow down the opponent from scoring any points on the first 3 turns, while you go ahead and dominate the other and start holding the other one. So this is to screw up the enemy. Basically, they have a battlefield that really helps them out. You're playing this, and you go there and you hold it, and they can't get to it, then there's no point. Like, literally, they're not gaining anything off of it. They go here, the first 2 turns, they'll not be able to get any points. So it sets them back. So this card really sets back enemies. Now, you know the concept Remember, it's all about holding. We're going to go to the main. Let's start with units. I play 2 Overzealous fans. 3 is too much. It's pops up too damn much, and literally can give you a brick hand as well. Purpose of Overzealous fan is to push back enemies as they try to attack. Also, it's a cheap cost character that you play first turn. You could go second turn, go in, and then play your MVP card, which I will get to it in a minute. So, there are several MVP cards in this deck. Like, every single card here functions with each other. That's what's the best part of this synergize deck. The only time you'll ever have brick is if you constantly draw multiples of the same card on the first few hands. Example, you drew all your this deck only runs 3 gears. Let's say, for example, all 3 of your gears are in your hand at once. Okay, well, you know what? Something's wrong. You either shuffle horrible, you have everything intact, or whatever. It's a you problem, not the deck problem. So anyways, make sure everything's spread out and you shuffle right. And when you shuffle right, make sure that the opponent cuts, and make sure that the opponent's also shuffling right, because you don't want to get cheated out. So anyways, Overzealous fan goes in, you play your MVP, and then to protect, you bounce back enemy. They won't be able to. You place the hold, you can gain. So say if you had on the first game start retreat, you go start peek, you play. Second turn, you go in, you play your MVP card. Your MVP card stays as you bounce whatever is coming in to try to attack. You hold it, you get a free rune next turn. So exhausted. So it really helps a lot. So we got that. Now, next one. Very important to get this card. On Yasuo deck, it works wonders. Play first turn, same thing as the other one. Play first turn, go in, get a gold. Worst case scenario, you have only him. Then you know what? Let's take a point, and you use the legend to put him back. You get 2 golds, and then the next turn you can bounce over whatever. But like usually, I play this, I go in, I play my MVP card, and I wait till next turn. Next turn, I usually retreat, get a gold, use Yasuo, go back in, or to the next one, get a point, or get if it's open, and get another gold, whatever. It really, really does help out a lot. So 3 of these, and this is like the main one you want. Between these 5, it's perfect to get to start. Now, the next 2 costs is going to be 2 Tide Turner. Now, Tide Turner is good late game. Not really good, or mid game, late game, whatever. It's also good like if you have it on 3rd turn or whatever, and if you want to produce gold, go in, put this, counts as a move, get gold, then move normally, get a point, get another gold, use Yasuo's legend ability, go back, get another gold. The generation of gold on this deck is ridiculous if you play it right. Now, but sometimes you'll just draw him. You need 2, no matter. The most important thing is you play your MVP card onto the field, no matter what. And then we're getting to that real soon. Next card, Ezreal. 3 of them. Now, it's a purple deck. It's Ezreal. You draw 2 cards. Perfect. Whatever you're dishing out to the discard, the trash pile, you're going to get it back later on, so long as it's not a spell. If it's gear, or if it's a unit, you're going to get it back later on. It doesn't matter. Like, just know that. Play your hand synergically, and you're good. Now, remember, you got to have the effect. You could play it on the field, perfect, but if you're playing against a deck that likes to destroy things in the field, leave them in the back. Alright? So, there's that. And we're going to an MVP card. Sona. Now, you want to bring her out. Remember, you get the effects first turn. Say, for example, you got Overzealous fan. Turn 2, go in. Play. Alright, recycle 1. You got 3 runes. Then, end the turn, you get 3 ready runes. You can counter whatever it is that they try to do to you. So, I'll get to it more. Sona is basically your second ability. This is like having Annie on crack on this deck. So now you have a synergy between the two. You have acceleration, pullback, fight or flight basically, that works only on your side. And you also got Sona, which is Annie. So you got Annie and acceleration combination at once, which makes this deck superb. Like, I don't understand why people are not catching on to this. I mean, maybe a few of you guys are, but you're not catching on to the deck list that it should be. All you need to know in this deck is know your opponent's deck. Oh, you're playing this deck? Okay. Your weakness is spells? Okay, then we're going to take care of your spells. Your weakness is units? Okay, we're going to take care of units. You know, things like that. Your next MVP card. This is what you want after Sona. This basically generates all your units and gears back to your hand. So, example, Overzealous Fan, pop it. You can get it back at the end of your next bidding interface, put it in your hand, and you play a cheap 2 cost. Say they killed your treasure hunter is the only thing in the graveyard. I mean, discard trash pile, and basically you can just add this back to your hand and play it on the same turn. Like, play it on your field if you want, and then just retreat it with the effect of the legend. You could also use play on this field, Tide Turner, swap. Then you get a gold coin, and you can use Yasuo's legend ability again, another point, you get a gold. It's ridiculous. Gold is easy to get in this freaking deck. But your main targets with this card is, like, if you need draws, get Ezreal. If your Sona's in the field, of course, Sona is your priority. It dies, come back, get it back, please. It's your priority. So, like, when you have your field set and they can't penetrate you, you keep getting every Ezreal fan. Make sure that they do not penetrate you. And, of course, you get the next card, too. Janna. Now, Janna works wonders in this deck. Just cracked out. Like, maybe more cracked out than anyone gives it credit for. This card should not even be fucking... I'm sorry, language. This card should not be $1 or $2. This card is not even $3, not even $4. This card should be a $10 card. I mean, I know it's easy to get, but it should be a $10 card no matter what. Because this card is dope. So crack. Now, you keep getting this back with Guardian Passage when it dies. So, like, usually people take the bait and kill it when it's on the field, and or it is the only thing that they can kill, so they, kill it. So it's perfect. The point of this is that it has 2 effects. It heals, and it basically moves the opponent, pushes it away. So the point of this deck, like I said, is to keep holding. So between these, you're going to get this and this priority back into your hand if you already have your engine set from the Guardian Passage. Right? And you're going to keep playing them. Had this in your hand. Say you got them both. Woof. And then you got it in your hand. They attack? Okay. They attack again? Okay. They attack again? Okay. Janna. They dish out damage. Janna, heal myself. They use Fallen Star. They target this one and this one twice, right? So since it's 2 instances, you're gonna say, okay, I play Janna in between the instance. So you take the 3 damage, Janna heals it, then takes the second 3 damage and stays with the 3 damage only and doesn't die. So that's how it works. You could also do Catherine Rain that way. There's a reason why they worded those cards like that. It's because they're instances. So this card really works wonders. It saves. It also holds, defends. There are times where people try to push you back. Let's say, for example, they start with a fight or flight, and they have like no answer. They have like a weak card, and maybe you got cards in your hand that you can also debunk. Say, for example, they fight or flight your Sona, or push it away, and like they have no way to contest it, but they got like a treasure hunter or something. You can always activate and basically on the activation of Fight or Flight, they move your Sona, but you got a card there still holding, so you're still holding. It's still your thing, so you could play cards on it regardless. So, I mean, there's so many ways to play this deck. But main importance is you hold. Holding is the key. Pushing away is always the key. I'll get to the rest of it. When I get to the spells, I'll show you what it is. The one of this deck is, of course, Nocturne. When you search, you automatically play him. Playing more than one is inconsistent. You play two, there are times where you have it in your hand, you never want to draw this card. Never. And if you do, you want to get rid of it as fast as you can. So the easiest way to get rid of it is Ezreal. Okay? So, I mean, there's no point in playing this from hand. Like, it's a waste. But you know what? 2 can break your deck. 3 definitely breaks your deck. 1 is perfect. Like, sometimes you get that extra 4 might into there for playing your other cards. You're perfect with that. The next one of card is Ahri. Yeah, well, if you could hold and say your opponent is like on par, you know, you gain 5, you gain 5, you play this one, they start to think, damn, I gotta get rid of that Ahri. Then they start trying to get rid of it. Sometimes they overexert, they damage. I go in and push them back or put them back into their hands and stuff like that. I manipulate the board. You know, I'm still defending. Sometimes I use spells to destroy it and all, but you still get it back with Guardian, so it really doesn't matter. The one of Ahri is perfect. You get it in your hand in the beginning, you could just discard it with Ezreal, and you get it back later, no matter what. It's a good one-off. Next, we're gonna go with spells. Now, draw engine, of course. The stack decks. Remember, you're searching for the cards that you need to play. Example, Sona. Sona is very important. Hero. You're looking for a Sona if you don't have the Sona hand. If you do, if you have a 2 cost and a Sona, you don't want to play this because you don't want to spend the energy so you can get the Sona on the field ASAP. So don't misplay. But if you have no choice of the cards that you have like poor choices. This is to create an opportunity to play. Say you got 4 runes, play this. Shoot, you got Ezreal right there. Take the Ezreal, get the extra 2 draws, get the ability. He's on the field. You don't lose anything from it. You gain it. Also, Call Shot works as well to get the free Nocturne. So these 2 cards help to get the free Nocturne if you see it. And remember, Nocturne you gotta pay 1 recycle. So technically it's free regardless. So that, and you remember you're seeking Sona, you're seeking whatever and it is. Make your choices. Depending on what's on the field, make your choices right. The next draw card, invert timelines. This doesn't help a lot of decks. There's decks that has this, it doesn't really help as much. Example, Annie uses it as a main deck, but it doesn't really help her out. In this deck, it helps out. Because if you got a horrible hand, but you have this in your hand, you can reset your hand, you send it onto your trash, and you can get it back later with Guardian or another card there that I'm going to point out. But you get a fresh draw, and then you can actually play. This is like your second chance. Like, if you have a good hand, and you have this, mulligan it. When you have a good hand, and you draw into this, discard it for... discard it for from Ezreal to draw. So like this card synergize is real good in this deck. Next MVP card, Rebuke. Opponent comes in, Aurelia comes in, does little shenanigans. When it comes to your focus, rebuke it. What can it do? Defy? Can't defy this. Windwall is the only thing you can do. Not so fast? Okay, that's another card you could do. But you're making him use cards. The more you make him use cards, the better chances you are at winning. Sure, Aurelia can win a match or 2 or whatever, but if you could rebuke him, you're good. Remember, you also play Fight or Flight. Pushes his own way. Aurelia comes in. Use Overzealous Fans to pop him back. Then they have to use another card to target to go in. You would use Janna, push it back. Okay. And then they'd use another card targeting her to try to ready her again. They're exerting. Remember, they gotta recycle every single time they do that. So they're ruining their playstyle for the next turn. So, when it goes in again, then you could just rebuke. If they can't, they could not so fast this, but they can only select one of the effects. It'll still be a 3 might on the field. They have to contest. They can not so fast this as well, but they cannot win wall these. They cannot defy these. So it's only like very limited to what they can do. So this is a deck that they don't expect to play most of the times. So what's next? Fight or flight. Keep your defenses up. Keep pushing away. Remember, that's the point of the deck. Gust. Why one Gust? The one of Gust. Gust can help out in many ways. Gust can help out with, say for example, opponent Annie trying to get a cheap score, or any deck that uses sneaky deckhand. They pay their 3 costs, they put it down, you use this, you bounce it back to their hand, and okay, you lose a point. You lose 3 runes that you could use tapped out, and then, hey, guess what? It's my turn, because most of the times, you got nothing to play in response to that, unless you're playing something back row. Can't really go, unless you're going to replay the sneaky deckhand. Then yeah, then I made you waste 6 runes, and you're basically tapped out, and I could do whatever the hell I want. So, another reason is, if you can't really gust anything on opponents, you could always gust back your Janna in your hand, and when you do, you could reuse the effect on the same chains. Like, not the same chain, but like whatever chain on the same showdown. So like, Gust really helps out. Now, another MP card is 2 win walls. Now, why not defy? Why not so fast? Well, you can't really defy, or you can't do not so fast on cards that don't target, such as, for example, time warps. Those are key winning cards. Let's say a not so fast can only target 1 instances, so if you're playing something like Kaisa, and like Kaisa, the shooting star at Catherine Reigns, you can only target 1 of the damages, when Wind Wall can actually eliminate the whole card. So Wind Wall is your best bet. This is to stop game-winning cards from the deck. So that's why you play 2 Wind Walls, and you only use it in extreme emergency. If you think you can come back from a card that they're playing, then don't play. Hold it in your hand. Let that Sona milk it. And then when they play something that literally affects the whole shift of the whole board, that will ruin you and cost you your game for sure, you use it. You gotta know your opponent's deck. Like, if they're using a certain legend, you gotta remember their signature cards, or, like, example, Repose on Fiora. Okay, well, whatever, I'll just Windwall it, whatever. I mean, you could do a Defy on that too, but like, Windwall is a secure blanket for almost every deck answer, so it's great. Now, that's the synergies. We only run 3 gears, and there's only 2 copies of one and 1 of another. So let's go on with Zonia's. Zonia's Hourglass, you run 2 of. Reason why is a blanket. You could also get the gears back from the trash using the Guardians as a passage. So it doesn't matter if they pop it. Remember, with Guardian's Angel, you have to pay 2 to play it. You have to pay 2 equip. With Zonia's Hourglass, you don't really want to even pay the 2. Put it in the field, recycle 1, put it in. Use a token. You're gonna have plenty of it. Use use one of your runes. It doesn't matter. If it's just even the first game, you're gonna get it right with Short Strip. Pete, this is to protect your Sona. If they say they overwhelm you and they take out the whole field, you just react to this, put it in here, and protect the one important card that you need from there, which is gonna be Sona, and it goes back to your field. You're good. You could always go back and bounce back by bringing in next turn, Yasuo, clear the field, put Sona back, ready your 4 runes, and you're back in the field. See, this is just an emergency card. You gotta remember, you have utilizations. You're not gonna want to bring him out for nothing else but to clear a field, or to take out the biggest threat, or even to score the final point. Like, he's not even MVP in this deck. He's just a one of MVP. Like how you play Dark Hole in the deck. of Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever, bro. Like, seriously, Yasuo is great, awesome card, but like, remember, he's very cost heavy. You're not trying to protect him. You don't care if he dies. You can get it back. You're protecting your guardians. You're protecting your Sonas. Those are your key roles. Now, like I said, recycling to put this on hidden, perfect. Combos for Zonias, perfectly synergize with this deck. They clear your whole board, your Sona, your Guardian's Passage, and let's say you already have your 2 Guardian's Passages in this card, you're going to want to keep your Guardian Passage. You can get the Sona back later. So you put the Guardian's Passage, remember it's 6 months, still good. And with the gears, you're good. Just, like I said, in the hands of a pro, it's perfect. It's really good deck. Last gear, the last rights. One of the last rights. You play it. Now, there's no reason for them to bounce back gears. Like, they play action speed. If this plays on face down, it's a reaction speed. Plays in. So you can't really respond to this with certain cards that stops the gears. Like bouncing back gears. And cards usually that destroys gears on the field is not even reaction speed. It's either action speed or it's how you call it, regular speed. So it's not like they're gonna be able to screw you over. The only deck that has a reaction speed, if I remember right, was Lucian's the fishing hook card. I forget what it's called, but like, come on, it's a great card, great deck, but like, it's not even S tier. And even if you face it, it's not even gonna hurt you. Like, you just replay it no matter what. Heck, you play it, you conquer it. But the 2 might, very important. I had Spellsong Sword, Spellsvong, whatever it's called, and I prefer this one over that one because even though you get double ability of the other one, it's still too much of a price to cost because here you play 3 runes, you don't recycle on Spellsongs, you gotta recycle green, and to equip, you recycle 1 purple on this one, and you also, you recycle 1 purple, and you recycle 2 cards from your, so you're getting benefits from it, no matter what. So you're putting spells back in, because you can't get back spells, so you pull back the spells that you really want to bounce back, in case you're endgaming, and like, the chances of you decking out in this deck is not really that much at all. Like, you're not drawing your whole deck, you're just getting your synergy. It's consistency that you're looking for. And that basically clears out this whole deck profile. And it gives you a rough explanation of everyone. Now, can this kill Ezreal deck S tier? Hell yeah. Like, seriously. Ezreal's weakness is once Vex hits the floor, he needs to wait a turn to put him inside the battlefield. And when Vex goes in the battlefield, your main card that you always usually have is your Rebuke. You will rebuke it to stall the turn. It's a heavy cost. Vex card is 5 cost. So, like, once they play it, they can't do much. They could use cards that literally do damage, like, what's that called? Sorry. I got it right here. Arcane Shift, I think it was? Yeah, well, Arcane Shift. Arcane Shift. Sorry. Arcane Shift, if they use Arcane Shift, you could always heal that damage. Remember, you got Janna. You could also side in Defy to stop the card. So, it doesn't matter. We're going to go to your side decks now. And that'll be the last thing I'm covering. Where's the side decks at? I swear I had it out here somewhere. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Here we go. Miracle Draven. Downwell. Destroys it. Like, you get Downwell, and yeah, it slows you down. But remember, you're going to have runes already. And your opponents do too. They could play their cards, but unless they got Accelerate, they're not going to conquer anything. This is on a Draven deck. It makes it difficult to come back if it's Miracle with this, because you always have the ability of Yasuo in order to You play a 2 cost, whatever 2 cost. Play this, tap it, and then there you go. You already got your acceleration. You get your score and your points. And if you do have tie turner, you could tie turner, bring it back, and then like it's just so many ways to like win. Like you could even fight or flight back at on your first turn. Like play that fight or flight, and then like you know, it's just so many ways. I mean, you can even conquer your second thing. You could go back to holding even. If you have the Sona and everything bounce back to your hand, you can play it off the second turn regardless, because it's not going to be hard. Like, play your 2 costs, legend, move it in, play Sona, you get ready before, you have your hands full, you're set, and you got your Jannas, you got everything just back in your hand. You could overzeal this fan, play it, all that. It really doesn't matter. This really does destroy and doesn't hurt you as bad. This destroys Miracle Draven because they're going to take forever to get their board set back. Now, for decks like Fiora. Fiora comes in, BF Sword, she got Mighty, whatever. Okay, she's trying to destroy you. If you don't have any bounce backs, Factory Recall helps too. So when it comes to your focus, you can use Factory Recall on the BF Sword, put it back to your hand. And on the next turn, they have to play 4 to even put it back on the field. So it slows them down. Other decks that rely on equipments, this card in the middle of a showdown would save you. And remember, you're trying to mitigate. It doesn't matter if they kill most of your units. So long as you have Guardians of Passage on the field, you'll get it back. As long as you keep your Sona, you can get your runes back. So you're good. So, third wing wall. So heavy spell decks. Extremely heavy spell decks, you would cite these 3 in. For decks that are heavily on units, if they're 3 cost or less, 3 might or less, you're gonna use Gust. It'll slow them down. You will gain the advantage. You will gain. It does also help you out, so it doesn't matter because you can get back your Janna and keep pushing back. And you got your Fight or Flight, which is another pushback card. Like, you just got to decide how you will side deck against certain decks. But this concludes S tier, in my opinion, S tier, because literally it has answers to all, and it's pretty consistent. So, like, worst case scenario, you'll 2-1. But remember, consistency is key. Best case scenario, 2-0. So, all depends on what's going on in the match.